And next, we turn tonight to the tension rising around the world as Russian President Vladimir Putin casts his shadow across the boundary of Europe and Russia. Tonight, his troops are holding firm in a corner of Ukraine known as Crimea. So will he push any further, and has the U.S. and its allies decided to push back? First, ABC's chief foreign correspondent Terry Moran on the front lines of the crisis in Ukraine.
Vladimir Putin proudly watching Russian military exercises today. But his eye was on his troops 1,000 miles south, here on the Crimean Peninsula in Ukraine. His Air Force controls the skies. His Army controls the roads, borders, and military bases. And his Navy controls the ports and seas surrounding this peninsula. Putin rules in Crimea now, and here is why he did it. Look at Ukraine and Crimea, down in the south there, jutting out into the waters of the Black Sea, home to a critical port the Russian Navy has used for centuries. So Putin, claiming he is defending ethnic Russians in Crimea, has seized and cut off the entire peninsula. Today, President Obama reacted to Putin's moves with scorn.
Russia's on the wrong side of history on this. We are examining a whole series of steps, economic, diplomatic, that will isolate Russia.
The fear tonight that the Ukrainian military or people will try and stop him touching off a bloody war. It's why Secretary of State Kerry is racing to the region, making sure they hold their fire. Because the Russian military would likely crush any resistance from Ukrainian forces.
It's essentially a generation behind in terms of the quality and advancement of its military technology.
Russia's got 845,000 uniformed troops. Ukraine, just 130,000. They're spread throughout the country, and some are pro-Russian who may defect. And Russia's got twice as many tanks, 6 times as many aircraft, 10 times as many ships. Ukrainian troops in Crimea remain bottled up in their bases by Russian soldiers, and as we saw at the Feodosia base, by fiercely pro-Russian Crimean crowds. They stopped us from talking to the trapped Ukrainian Marines inside the base, and they angrily forced us to turn back, providing a jeering escort all the way. Everyone is on edge here. No one knows what tomorrow may bring, except perhaps Vladimir Putin. Terry Moran, ABC News, Simferopol, Ukraine.